These are 5 video games in no particular order that we would all love to see make a comeback. Some of these games have trilogies and sequels and all that. Some of them don't, but all of them, as far as I know, have been left in the past and they're not being remade. The franchises aren't being continued. So let's get right into it. Number 5 on my list is going to be Prototype, an absolute gem in my opinion. Super underrated. Most of the time when I ask people about the video game Prototype, they have no idea what the fuck I'm even talking about, which in my opinion should probably be illegal and you should go to jail for, because the game is amazing, dude. It makes you feel like an absolute monster. You can rampage through New York City, destroying shit, just absolutely wrecking people. Boss fights in the game, but you feel super overpowered in the game in a good way. You can do so much in this game. You can run up buildings, jump across skyscrapers, jump on top of skyscrapers, glide through the sky, so much more. You can shape shift. Your arms turn into different weapons. You have different powers with your arms, super strength. You can throw tanks. You can pick cars up, throw cars. You can also operate tanks and helicopters as well. You play as a character named Alex Mercer, who is basically the Blacklight virus human form. The Blacklight virus is the zombie virus that the game is based around, because it's a zombie game technically, but there are a lot more powerful creatures in the game that I guess you could consider zombies. Prototype 2 was even better in my opinion. They took everything and made it better. They took it from just absolute chaos to more like a controlled weapon. You still feel OP in the second game, but everything seems to be easier to use, seems to be smoother. The graphics obviously are better, which is the least thing you'll be concerned about in a game like Prototype. If you've never played it, I highly recommend it. Number 4 on my list is going to be Mercenaries. Now, admittedly, I've never played Mercenaries 1. I played Mercenaries 2, World in Flames. I sunk hundreds of hours into that game as a kid. It blew my mind how destructible the sandbox is in this game. You could level entire cities. You can call in airstrikes. You can call in a nuke. I still remember seeing the trailer for the first time before the game come out and watching the nuke go off in the trailer and just being like, oh my God, I hope that the world does not end before I get to play this game. This game looks amazing. And it was. There was very little limits to the destruction you could cause. I remember leveling cities and then getting bored because I leveled all the cities and then I would restart the game and play again. The story's not bad either. From what I remember, you're working for a military leader in the beginning of the game in Venezuela. He betrays you and you get shot in the ass. And then you spend the rest of the game seeking out revenge because you got shot in the ass. And from there, you're just out there having as much fun as you possibly can. You're doing contracts for different factions to earn money for better equipment, better airstrikes, better vehicles. If I'm remembering correctly, you could ride by a friendly faction if there are soldiers around and they'd hop in the vehicle with you and you guys could go around just blowing shit up, fucking shit up, destroying everything. This game was focused on just fun. No overcomplicated crafting, no overcomplicated systems, anything like that. Just go out and have some fun. Number 3 on my list is going to be Days Gone. This is the perfect example of a game aging better over time, because I remember when it first came out, even though I myself was excited for it and bought it and played it and loved it, it got a lot of hate for some reason. I think one of the reasons it got a lot of hate, it was buggy. It had a few issues, but once all the patches came through, it was a really solid, really good game. The game does a really good job of making you feel like you are actually surviving a zombie apocalypse. And you have a motorcycle. Your motorcycle is your lifeline. It's your upgrade system. It is your way out. You could run out of fuel on your bike, and you don't want to run out of fuel in the middle of the night out in the shit, because the freakers are coming after you. You got bandits or raider camps or ambush camps, whatever you want to call them, coming after you. And in the first half of the game, you got the Rippers. The Rippers sometimes can be scarier than the Freakers, honestly, because what the Rippers are, they're a cult that worships the Freakers. They want to be like the Freakers. It does a really good job of making you feel alone, too. The sounds in the game, the sound design is really awesome. I love the sound of the zombies. There's nothing like being on a cliff and looking down at a horde of zombies and seeing all of them move as one unit. It's legit scary sometimes. And the story's not bad either. The story's kind of a slow burner. It takes you a minute to warm up to Deacon. At first, you feel like he's just a smart ass. He's an asshole. It's like, I don't really like the main character. But once you get on into the story a good bit, you really start to feel attached to Deacon. You see that there are layers to his personality. In my opinion, Days Gone is one of the best zombie games to have ever been released. And it really deserves a sequel now. And number 2 on my list is going to be Army of Two, one of the best co-op games to ever exist. This isn't a game that said, hey, you can play co-op. This is one of them games where it's like, man, you really should play co-op because it's just so much better with a friend. You could go out, deal some damage, and then all the enemies focus on you, and then your buddy could flank around and take them out. You could strategize in real time. You didn't have to pause menus and plan anything out. Really good gameplay. Split screen was a core feature of the game. It was made for you to play with your buddy. You could still play by yourself. You had an AI partner, but you could clearly tell that it was meant for a real person to be playing. And that's where the game shines, when you have a buddy you could play with. Now, I know there were 2 sequels to the game. I think I played the second one. I remember it being pretty good. The third one I never played. I seen all bad reviews on it, so I just never played it. And I'm assuming that's why the franchise hasn't continued to this day. I remember the customization in the first game. You could customize weapons like crazy. You could customize your mask. And it kind of seems like couch co-op is kind of dead now. That's one of the main reasons I want to see this game make a comeback. We don't really get many co-op focused games anymore. Most shooters nowadays are just solo or online lobbies. No, we need another one to come out where it's designed for you and at least one other buddy to sit down and play split screen. And number 1 on my list is going to be Jet Set Radio Future. If you're my age or older or close to it and you didn't play Jet Set Radio Future back in the 2000s, you missed out on a banger. Man, you're rollerblading through futuristic cities, which I think were Tokyo, with constant music. It's like hip hop, futuristic funk, electronic music. Either way, it was all bangers, man. I could go on YouTube right now and look up those old soundtracks, and the nostalgia just comes rushing in. It's crazy. I played the hell out of this game. You're just tagging graffiti throughout the city, running from the cops. You do races, so you race other rollerbladers, and if you beat them, or once you beat them, I believe you unlock them as a character. And each character that joins your crew, they have their own style and personality. Really great game. The graphics of the game are really timeless. The colors were super bright and bold. The game wasn't really trying to be realistic with the graphics, just kind of weird but stylish. And that's exactly what makes it stand out.